haven't live streamed for a while now since they had an issue, right? But that with Nan Sensei, that is gone now. So we can finally live stream again. Yes, that was great. So yeah, that's the reason why I haven't live streamed if anyone cares about that. Because I had, quickly, right, I had a Nan Sensei stream and that didn't even show the anime. It was just timer only because the anime is freaking, etchy as, very etchy. So I was like, I don't want to show this thing because it's probably going to be like an actual issue. So I didn't show anything, and they still went after me. But at least still YouTube was like, okay, you're right, dude, you're not showing anything. Let's remove this thing so we can live stream again. But whatever. Summer edition then. What anime to watch this summer? Of course, discuss, add in what you think is so going to be good animes. I would say right away that I genuinely gonna go popularity. But I would say right away, where it is far down. But I will genuinely say, Jesus Christ, it's so far down, that this is the anime to watch, in my opinion, right? Dumbbell, Nakilo, how much can you wait, girl? Yeah, how much can you wait? This is seriously the anime I am looking forward to the most. I'm genuinely here, yeah, because we have an anime about gym girls, right? Doing, they're exercising. I mean, the only reason I ever watched Usam Maid is because she got abs! Like, if you haven't seen Usam Maid, it's like, couldn't it just be about her abs? So yeah, this is the anime to watch in my opinion, by far, right? You have, first of all, it's Toriyama, so it's the voice actor of Aqua, right? And of course, Aqua, best waifu ever, and best isekai for Konosuba ever, of course. But she's doing the main character in this new anime that is, of course, a Gairu, a gal, right? And I mean, I'm just like, yes. I was like, honestly, yes, it is finally coming. It's finally a real anime, a real anime with like muscular girls exercising. It is, of course, very, very etchy, but it's like, man, this anime just looks amazing. So basically, it's about a comedy anime, right? Mainly, right, with girls exercising. And I think it's gonna be the most entertaining anime, especially with that level of voice acting, as the main female character. But okay, so Kimi no Yatsu, of course, Demon Slayer, most popular anime. It's not popular down here. Most popular anime, right? Very good anime. I think we can go over. So my strategy here. You're gonna see my library. Where is the? Why isn't the show? Weird. It has no completing. Okay, my point was taking the complete. Whatever. Whatever. But yeah, one of the best anime season. Watch it, right? Let's go down. So here we go then. Dan Manshai. No text for some reason, but of course Dan Manshai. Heistia is back. Of course, one of, if not the best animes. No, but I think Dan Manshai is a really good anime. It's a fantasy anime, right? It's not an isekai per se because the main character is like transformed into another world, but it definitely follows those game world rules. He levels up, they have like talents and so on. So it definitely follows that kind of, how I say it, like fantasy, but it's based on video games, right? But I think it's one of the best. I really like the Manshai. I think it's very entertaining actually, and I cannot wait to see it and see more of Hasty and so on. Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. No, but like it's an actual really good anime. It's Ben's a great character. Hasty, of course, is best girl. Hasty is by far the most interesting character. I think that Ain's another character. I mean they're fine. I like the maid. She's not the maid. What's her name is? It's the bartender, I guess. Bartender, or she's a really good character and so on. Yeah, but we finally have it. It's been 4 years now since we had the last season, so I'm quite excited about that thing. But yeah, Dan Manshai is the greatness, right? Let's put it on again here. I found this gift yesterday, and I'm like, "Is it the greatness?" And of course, I'm waiting for a new opening. We'll do that in the next stream, hopefully. But anyway, yeah, Dan Manshai. They also had the spin-off, right? Was that last year? It was 2 years ago, right? They had a spin-off, Sword of Taria, which was okay. Sword of Taria wasn't like a real season 2 because it was just showing you from the other perspective, right? It was kind of like it's retelling the same scenes but showing you from her perspective, and also of course from the perspective, but mainly from Ain's, I say. So that wasn't like super good because like, oh, I already seen this before, and now I see it again, right? So that wasn't like the true season 2, but obviously everyone should watch Dan Manshai, and it's like definitely high popularity here and should be popularity. Fruit Basket, of course, a great anime going right now. It's a very good anime, very good shoujo anime. The best shoujo anime right now. Very likely best shoujo anime next season. But yeah, I mean, the ice spin-off was good, but it was like, let's go down. Okay, so Isekai, here we go. I'm pretty good considering. Let's talk about it. First, Isekai. It's gonna be so much Isekai, right? So I also have my crying Aqua for this thing, yeah. So much Isekai, yeah. So, it's gonna be, I don't know, like 5 Isekais. It's always a lot of Isekais each season. There is so much Isekai, and this is the first and most popular Isekai that is coming this season. And yeah, hey Miko, wow, I'm trying to find it. There we go. Sorry, it's trying to get the chat reading there. So, this is the first Isekai, and they're going kind of like the reverse thing. Instead of having, how was it, the OP main character, this is the underpowered main character. The underpowered main character, which is like the classic, you know, it's a classic, like, they're changing it, so basically, in this premise here instead, everyone is transformed into the new Isekai in his class. So it's like bunch of students, right? They all thrown into the Isekai, and the main character gets the crappiest power. Whenever else gets like everyone else OP Isekai, he gets the worst Isekai power. That being said, though, I haven't read it and so on, but I would definitely assume though, I will assume everyone though, that in the storyline here, the main character's power is going to be the best in the end, right? I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, I'm just saying straight up, right? Everyone else is going to be, you know, Guts got Isekai. That actually sounds fantastic. It sounds fantastic, actually. If it is like Berserker Isekai. But I mean, I think it's gonna. You have to set the assumption, right? The whole storyline is based on him being the weakest Isekai of the group, right? I think his power is gonna be the best in the end. I think that is how it always is, right? But whatever. But yeah, I think it's gonna be. This seems to be like one of the better Isekais. But because I don't know how you feel, people, but I think that Isekai fatigue. I started feeling that in a way. I think a lot of people are feeling that, right? Because it's like 3-4 Isekai each season, and you watch all of them, and you're kind of like, man, another Isekai. But this is probably one of the better ones, probably. No, I haven't covered the Stone yet. The Stone is coming sooner. This is the beginning, actually, right? Because they're going down popularity. Dr. Stone, I think, is the next one, actually. Yeah, there we go. See, Dr. Stone, next one. Yeah, so it's going by popularity. So yeah, Dr. Stone is number 5th in popularity for the coming season. So Dr. Stone, then, yeah, this is the biggest shonen, right? Yeah, it's the shonen anime to beat, right? So I find my shonen image here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like shonen, right? Shonen. Yeah. What can we say? Dr. Stone. Yeah, it's the next shonen, and of course we all know what shonen is. I assume you know what shonen is. One Piece, you know, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, right? Fairy Tail, and so on. And Dr. Stone seems to be really good. I haven't actually, I haven't read it. I've been waiting for it for a while, similar to like Promised Neverland. I have a lot of friends that has like this like great manga. So I've been waiting for this to arrive, right? And yeah, it's gonna be probably one of my most hoped, hyped animes next season. Yeah, I figured you meant they finished the manga instead of the anime. You just finished the anime, be hard. But yeah, it's this might be the best anime coming next season, at least for shonen lovers. Like this is probably gonna be the best anime, right? So I have high hopes. This is anime definitely. For sure, right? For sure. What can I say? I mean, I have actually, so honestly, I have stayed away from reading too much about it because I don't want to be spoiled, right? So I mean, like, it's a good anime. I don't want to know anything, but it's somewhere like in the future, people have been petrified, and you know now they're kind of like coming out again and trying to, I don't know, save the world. Gives me a little like FF13 feel to it, graphic-wise. But whatever, I have stayed away because I know this is a very popular manga, so I just assume it's gonna be great, and I don't want to know anything about it. If you get my grief right. But yeah, let's go on. So, Dr. Stone, probably best shonen, and then we have another Isekai. So this is like the second of like 4 Isekais. Yeah, Isekai Sheet Magician. So right away with this name, you're like, oh, it's Rimuru again. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's Rimuru. Oh, it's Rimuru. It's like, you know, Maho-sama. It is. I mean, I feel this has been not only are isekais absurdly popular, but doing the cheating, OP isekai protagonist is definitely starting to feel like every second isekai has to have the OP isekai. But yeah, so basically they have some shit. Whatever. This is clearly yet another isekai anime where the main character gets in there. He's really, really strong. He's gonna master the magic of the other people. Him and his friends that are transported in the world, they are incredibly strong, right? And it's gonna be, similar. Yeah, but I mean, he's not like OP maybe like the other cat. Maybe he's OP like Maho-sama, that's like One Punch Man of isekais. But it still is like that kind of thing, right? Where they are very, very strong. And that feels like that is isekai trope now. That the main character are either completely useless or very, very competent, right? There's no one as an isekai where they are in the middle. There's very few isekais where they just like, oh, a normal person that is kind of strong and so on. No. That's how we do it anymore. And then, of course, we have Fire Watch, right? Fire Squad, kind of weird. Oh, well, that's the... Oh, so you press green. I was gonna press... no, I can't go back. Whatever. Obviously, we are watching, of course, this anime. This is a top tier. It is a top tier. Like, if you're going down here, I think this green here is top tier. That's the point. It's like a joke of the anime. But obviously, this anime you have to watch because, of course, Zoro is doing the captain. So you know I have to watch that. And it's from the person that did Soul Eater. So this I think is going to be one of the better top tier animes that is coming this season. But yeah, because I think this is one. So what it's about then is that people are getting, I would say, they're getting self-combust, I guess. Yeah, they self-combust, right? And then they start fighting people and so on. And they have this then people with like they can control the fire powers. And the people can control the fire powers, so they fight them, right? So basically, the fire squad are actually like, they're actually like fire magicians. They fight people with like they can't control their like fire souls or whatever. That's kind of way, yeah. So, but yeah, it's for instance Soul Eater, similar fighting style and so on. It's very, I think it's similar, obviously with the Soul Eater, and you can also see in the image here, right? Hard to see it, but the girl to the far left there, she's like a nun, so she's doing like the exorcist fire magic and so on, right? So it's a little similar to like Blue Exorcist and so on, where some of them are physical fighters, so they can control fire, and some of them are more like I can make you not exist anymore. So I think it's gonna be another top tier anime, but obviously yes, the title is mainly a memeing joke here because everyone is like top tiering everything. And then, of course, we have the Svenska anime. Finally, an anime about, finally an anime for me, right? So I can be all annoying and be like, yeah, this name is Björn, actually. so we have a Swedish anime, right? Finally, a Viking anime. And for one day hope it's going to be a Torgegan anime. But, so basically, Vinland Saga is about the Vikings. They come from Greenland, as in history, probably as history, right? And they are moving from Greenland to Canada, right? Mainly, or maybe even to America, to the United States, but probably to Canada. That's like Vinland, or Vinland, as it's pronounced. And they're gonna fight the Native Americans, right, in Canada, or maybe even I guess down in like US and so on as well. I don't know exactly, but I don't want to spoil. But mainly, they're gonna fight Native Americans. So it's like Vikings versus Native Americans. All the characters has these like Swedish names like Tor and Björn, and there's a lot of Tor names, Torkil and so on. I do know a Torkil though. I do know a person that name is Torkil, which is it's like a Norwegian name. Yeah, those kind of names, Torkel and like Urke and so on. Yeah, that's more Norwegish. But these are probably Icelandic Vikings, and history-wise, Icelandic Vikings also are a part of the Danish Vikings, and the Danish controlled the Norwegians for like 1,000 years basically. So they, Denmark and Norway was the same country for over 1,000 years. So they are basically actually, I suppose, Danish Vikings. I suppose so, probably. But then they have purchased the name Björn, which is straight up Swedish name. But whatever. So I'm always gonna watch seeing it to be an amazing anime. clearly a top tier anime next season. It is manga looks incredible. Very berserk touch to it, right? Very like detailed pictures and so on. We will see if the anime can make it work out. There's gonna be like a CGI at least, but it's with studio, right? Take a Titan and so on. So it looks really fantastic. Might be the best anime next season. I think definitely the top tier anime for coming next season here. And then we have another isekai, but an isekai that I actually want to watch, and that's why she's of course the mama, the MILF of course is in my is in the thumbnail, because it's like, yes, a MILF isekai. Finally someone is like, now we have an isekai here. Yeah, mama isekai. So this isekai, Toshio Kogaga Seitai Kudai de Kai Okasan, yeah, by Tsukudesuka. So this is Don't You Love Your Mother? Don't You Love Your Mother? And her multi-attacks, or like multi-pro attacks. It's kind of a weird subtitle to it, but basically, Don't You Love Your Mother, right? And so this anime then is about a guy, he gets isekai, the standard isekai stuff, right? And to make it more, because isekais today have to be unique, right? They have to be like a useless goddess and so on. No, Aqua's the best goddess, but I mean, useless make it, yeah. They have to make it unique, right? So in this isekai then, the main character is transported to the world, fantasy world, with his mother. And his mother is super attractive. His mother is a super, 10 out of 10 MILF, right? And she's incredibly big op eyes, the boobs are like everywhere and so on. And of course people are gonna be like, wow, that woman is super hot. But basically, his mom is kinda OP too, yeah. Like his mom is great too. So he has to go to a party with his mother, right? And it's gonna be a lot of jokes with that and so on. And the awkwardness of having to like adventure in the fantasy world and slaying goblins with your super hot mom, that the goblins are like, yeah, let's be goblins, right? So it's this I like it. I genuinely like the premise here. There's a lot of I'm a slime, I'm a demon lord. I'm a demon lord, like every second guy. I am this thing, I am blind, whatever. There's so many. What is it like? I'm a vending machine. That one hopefully gets an anime one day. The guy dies and becomes like a vending machine. I have written my own isekai, so I'm writing right now, where a guy's a coffee machine. That's my idea, so take that one, yeah. I started writing that a few months back, where the guy dies and becomes a coffee machine, and every girl wants his coffee, right? Every girl is like, oh, I gotta get this coffee. So you get like automatic horror. I mean, it's a great idea I have. Whatever, it's always like that, right? So I like the thing here, but this is like, I also like slime. I like slime too, though. But I mean, it's kind of like that, right? It's like I was this instead of this, or this one, I'm a woman now, and this is the new isekai where they're like going around and trying different monster girls. So whatever, that is a trope, right? But this one is quite simple, but I like the idea. It's like, oh, I'm isekai with my mom, and you all know how awkward that is. Like, oh, mom. And and all the elves or whatever are gonna be like, oh, that MILF is so hot, and so on, right? So I mean, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, like what an attractive mom he has, or is that like your older sister? You know how this, yeah. So I like it. I like the premise. It's actually quite simple, and it's quite a good idea, I think. And another top tier anime, I think. And then we have taken season of. So I'm going to consider. I haven't watched season 1, so I want to say about it. So Yuna, Kono Yohate de Koiwa Yuna. This is an anime going right now. It's not an isekai anime for that matter. I started watching it. I have to admit though, it was on Tuesdays, so that's tomorrow. So it was airing just after like Black Clover, Isekai Quartet, One Punch Man, blah blah blah. So it's a lot of Tuesday animes. That's like, I don't have time for this. But I don't know. It's based on an old game, right? Actually, quite the original isekai when it was out. But the thing is that today is, in my opinion, today is like, oh, there's like an isekai. I see that it's very old isekai, like based on old stuff, and doesn't really have the newer, better ideas. Yes, it's more time travel. I don't know. I think it's like a pretty decent anime, but I think there are better isekais out there, or time travel is probably a better word for it. but whatever, it's going right now. And then we have a spin-off to that's related to one which I haven't watched actually. So I'm gonna stand out saying meh, yeah. Don't have too much to say there. Okay, and then my favorite anime this season. Okay, you know what I'm talking about every time. My favorite anime this season, Carol and Tuesday, best anime this season. I love this anime. This is the absolutely top tier anime next season. Absolutely best anime this season. I think this is just visually, this is by far the best anime this year. It is it's hard to describe it, right? But it's so visually good. It's visually amazing, actually. Like it's just straight up best looking anime ever, more or less. And then it has amazing written main characters. All the details every scene, you can recurrence. I mean, I know it's about a musical, and they're trying to. Right now, they're doing some tournament arc. The tournament arc right now, the tournament arc right now, and they're fighting like an idol talent show tournament arc. But it's a really good anime. And actually, I don't want to spoil it if you're up to date yet. But last episode had some some demonstration vibes, some really crazy events, some dark events. So it has some subplots that are really kind of dark, and it's very, very interesting. It is the best. Don't come here. What anime is better than this anime? No, but it's a very good anime. It's a very good anime, and the songs are great too. It's and I think that next season is going to be even better because it's getting a real dark twist right now in the latest episode. So I think it's going to be more, like bad events and so on next season. I think it's going to go even more deeper into it, so on, like the bad side of showbiz and so on. But anyway, very, very good anime. And then we have yet another isekai, and yes, there are so many isekais coming. And this is yet another one: How to Not Summon a Demon Lord. so this is called Mahou-sama Retry. Guy turns into a isekai, becomes a demon, and he's like the demon lord now because he's playing the demon lord in his when he plays the games, and now he's isekai outright, and now he's doing something else. Then it's like a girl with one leg or something that looks very much like a blonde Ram or Ram for that matter. But it's basically yet another isekai, right, about a character that's a demon lord, but it's a good person and so on. So I think I don't know, honestly. There's so many isekais. It is so many isekais, and it's coming more isekai after this. So I'm considering. I don't think it's a top tier anime next season. And then we have this super cute anime, Mahou film. So another Mahou. This anime is about an adventure guy. He finds a little girl, a little demon girl, and she's the most adorable little. It's the most adorable little cute demon girl ever. And it's kind of a weird slice of life anime about a guy that lives with like his super little cute daughter that is like just cute. Yeah. So FBI warnings. Yeah. It's kind of like FBI net anime. Yeah, I don't know. It might be a good anime, but it's very it's one of those animes. It's one of those animes where you're like, please don't call the cops. Really though. So let's go on. And then we have Karaga Hentai Demo, not the desk, which is about a girl. How is it anime about? The male main character gets a love letter with pantsu, so it's a good anime because he gets pantsu, right? He gets a pantsu. Yeah, he gets a pantsu, and he doesn't know from what girl sent him pantsu. So he's like, I have to, figure out what girl at the school likes me, right? So he's like, what girl is in love with me, You gotta find the pantsu. It's kind of like Cinderella, right? I guess instead of having the shoe, right? He's like, I have the pantsu. I have to find the specific, pantsu to fit here. And, yeah. So basically it's him and like a lot of females, right? Would I call it harem? I don't think it's like harem per se. It's not really like harem in the sense that it's more. Yeah, it's not a typical harem thing where he like lives with like 10 girls and they're all trying to. Not in that sense, but it definitely has like a romance, comedy harem vibe to it. But yeah, some actually basically all the good ones him and so on, right? Yeah, pretty good. yeah, somewhere around that line, right? Somewhere around that line. Anyway, next thing. Ooh, here's one of my favorites though. Tenjina Senpai, Magical Girl Senpai. So this is what I'm waiting for the most. So this is about a guy. It's very very etchy. This is just straight down comedy etchy, right? It's about a guy that has like a super cute, lovable senpai, and he's all she's also super clumsy. She has to help her all the time, and she loves magic tricks, but she's really bad with magic tricks because he's really really clumsy, right? And also has like another guy gal and so on. So it's about like very very attractive senpais to him, right? And the schoolgirls, and they're gonna like fall down, accidentally show him their pantsu, and it's gonna be a lot of that meme kind of quality where he's like opening the door and she's like, oh no, I'm doing my magic trick, but I'm stuck with rope, and oh no, you can see my oppai. It is it's a lot like that, right? So if you like that etchy comedy, which I love, this is the anime straight in for you, right? I think it's gonna be one of the best anime next season. It's a 40 short form, but yeah, it's pure comedy. Obviously, obviously a little on the borderline, right? Not really hen, but definitely very etchy, very very etchy. But I like it. It's one of the best anime season. So let's go on and. Oh man, this is one of the. How would I explain this thing? No, this is based on the. Oh yeah, this is just. I'm gonna put it here. This is based on the Fate, right? And it's like so much other. I wouldn't say you have to see those stuff before, but it's a typical anime where you have to watch so much other stuff. You have to see so many other shows, maybe, arguably yes, and it's just like it's one of those like super fast and very complicated, right? In my opinion. Of course, Dumbbell, best anime. But that's the first thing I mentioned, right? This is obviously the top tier anime. Yeah, Fate series. So and Fate is so complicated, but it is obviously the top anime. If you're gonna top anime again. This is the anime you're gonna watch. I say it again here. I'm showing the crazy abs again. Like if you ever watched Usamade, and you probably shouldn't. I mean, Usamade, mad anime. That's one F-word anime where you feel like FBI. Seriously, it's like, should I watch the anime? I did after the anime. I was like, man, this anime is just. If they change the genders, that's the worst anime ever. Yeah, that anime would never be allowed if they change the genders. But it had an amazing muscular character, right? The abs were amazing. And of course, Dumbbell is an absolutely must-watch anime again, right? Because it's like Usamade, but without the crazy stuff. It's Usamade to a high degree, like Usamade, but without the FBI stuff. Yeah, it's Usamade, but it's just muscular, like 20-year-olds. Yeah, like actual, like I call it girls or so on. Yeah, we exercises a lot. I think series is gonna be the best anime season. I'm super into it. I'm like, this is the best anime. This is the anime I'm waiting for. I mentioned it twice though, yeah. And this though, another isekai anime. So another isekai anime, and like isekais are isekais, right? They're never gonna be Konosuba. But this I actually kind of like the premise. It might be one of the better isekai actually, maybe. Or maybe it's just not isekai anime, you get bored of the way. Who knows? But in this isekai, if you beat this game, okay, so you beat the game and then you get isekai away, right? So you beat the game, isekai away to play a new game, basically, like a live game of Life or Death, right? A game of that kind of typical thing, right? And the thing that happens then is that the main character, yeah, there's no isekai, there's so many things like 10 isekais, as always, yeah. And if you, but this isekai, it's hard to even do this. In this isekai, if you beat the game, you get transported into this horror game, right? And each character in this isekai, yeah, this is like a horror isekai. Each isekai character are different, like game streamers. So basically, every person beating the game are like, oh, I'm the best I'm the best streamer of action games. Oh, I'm the best streamer of FPS games or something. So each character are there. They're like professional, game streamers. Very, very like high profit, streamers that are very, very good at different kind of genres, right? And so is the main character. And they all get stuck into this, like, oh, like a murder, typical, like, isekai, or, when you have to, like, kill the other people or survive these things, all right? And they all are super good at one thing, at least, right? Their expertise, right? And they have to try to use the expertise. King's Games is probably, yeah, kinda. Danganronpa, kinda. Yeah, I think it's more like King's Game, but definitely kind of like Danganronpa as well. Where basically, you have to survive each week, right? It's like, how do I survive this thing? How do I plan out this thing, right? And each character then is like a master of some kind of game. So they have like, oh, I'm the card game master. I can play this thing and so on, yeah. And they have different kind of how they, try to survive and so on based on their game and so on. That being said, though, I hope it's not like All-Star game, because that anime was just the weirdest thing ever. I mean, All-Star game, that anime is probably the worst directed anime I've seen in my life. King's Game. It's like, thought about that in length last year, but basically in that anime, right, not only did they have a horror thing, which is fine, but they had like a flashback in a flashback in a flashback in a prequel, and then another flashback, and hello Bill, and another flashback in a flashback, yeah. So basically, King's Game, weirdest anime ever. This I think is better. But it might be like King's Game. Then I'm gonna be confused. But this is a very similar, yeah. They have to survive. They're stuck in this game world, right? And each character is a master of gaming, have to survive it. So this, in my opinion, except MILF Isekai, this, in my opinion, is not the best Isekai. In my opinion. This, in my opinion, is not the best Isekai. After, obviously, MILF Isekai, she's the, yeah. Don't you love your mama? That's the best Isekai. I love the concept. The other Isekais, they might be good, might be bad. I think this one has the best premise. I like the idea that they're all super geniuses gamers stuck in a gaming Isekai and have to survive it. I like the premise a lot. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. As soon as you mention King's Game, I'm like, man, if it is King's Game, I'm quitting. But yeah, exactly. King's Game is so bad because they do like they adapt. And honestly, let's spoil. Okay, yeah. Don't watch King's Game. It's like King's Game first is start the second game, and then it's sort of flashbacking the first game in episode like 3 and 4, and then they go back and forth flashbacking the first game instead of just telling the first game. And because you know who is the winner of the first game, it's no like drama either, because you know who's telling the story, so you know who's gonna win the first game. And then after a while, they start doing like the minus first game, the leather game, and it's just really, really confusing. If they had done like the first episode could have been the first game, right, and then they could have started the second game after a bit in there, that would have been like a 10 times better anime. Very weird anime, yeah. It's like a flashback and a flashback and so on. That's how you should not do. I should not do horror animes. Anyway, next anime. Let's talk about King's Game. Next anime. This is Star Trek Voyager. Let's see if I can find an image. I think it's this. Yeah, there we go. So this is Star Trek Voyager, the anime. So the anime is called Kanata no Astra. People are being transported away to. This is partially in the future, but then they get whisked away into way far away, right? So this is very much. I mean, seriously, this is Star Trek Voyager. Again, it's very similar premise. People are sent away. Like, billion light years away, fantasy years, yeah, whatever. Next Delta Quadrant, yeah, they are somewhere here, space out here, Earth, and the goal is to get back home, right? So, and yes, the opening is getting King's Game. Opening is very good, yeah. And actually, Yu Hushan, though, playing the female main character is good, though, but the writing is horrible. But, but yeah, this is sort of Voyager is straight up. Trying to get back home. Obviously, it's very anime, some cute girls, some, yeah. Star Trek Voyager with, like, I guess, more anime characters. This is the anime. It might be a good anime, though. But I think it's probably lower in the middle there. And then we have Beach Episode Anime. Here we go. Beach Episode Anime. If every episode could be a beach episode, finally. So this is not a good anime. This anime, it is 4 girls, they have a plane crash, they land on an island, but it's not like Lost, right? It's not like Lost, where you land on an island, and it's like the island's trying to kill you each second. This is more like safer than that. Yeah, it's more safer than that. It's more like how to survive on these paradise islands, and the girls are gonna be having beach episode every episode. So you want to be like, oh, how do I capture like a snake or something? It's more like that. It's a little more down to earth. It's not like oh, it's like space travel and evil aliens underneath so on. It's more like more how Robinson with cute girls. Yeah, but actually it looks like a pretty interesting anime. Yeah, it's definitely ecchi. It's a lot of ecchi shows. It is definitely ecchi, but beach episode anime. I mean, it's kind of like Lost, but not in the same crazy way, though. I mean, it's something in between, right? It's somewhere in between, I feel, Robinson and Lost, right? But it's not like as Lost, and it's not as simple as Robinson either. It's somewhere in between there. Yeah, and in short form. So it's basically gonna be like comedy ecchi jokes, right? Primarily, with some scary stuff. With some comedy scary stuff in a mix of that. So, but I think that's a good. It's somewhere again, right? Somewhere in the middle between the classic Robinson, okay, I'm surviving on an island, and Lost, right? It's a truly, and then it's like, how do I get, somewhere in the middle there, but anime on it. Oh yeah, this is an anime which is very confusing. Katsune Kami Datakami no Tachi. So this is another anime which reminds me of Faragon, that's airing right now, which is. How would I explain this thing? I mean, I have this honest feel here, where, how would I say it? Which is like political anime, okay? FF12 basically, right? Political game, yeah. Political anime, FFT, even more than that. So it's like, oh, this country over here, right? And this country over here, or this country here, they have a civil war, and now there are two different countries, and they're fighting each other, and we are somewhere in the middle between these different countries, and it's like a unification over there, and there's a traitor over there, and that guy's a traitor, you're a mad traitor, and your dad is an ally actually. This guy is good, but fake traitor, and and so on, and but they also have demon or beast powers. Is that anime, right? Yeah. So basically, they are kind of civil wars happened. Now they have split the country in two, and they're fighting with some kind of like beast magic or something. So it's very, very similar. It's very similar to Faragon. Like, it's very similar to Faragon in the premise-wise. With Faragon, they have this unification thing, and they have civil wars, and they have, like fairy powers, right? They have like fairy organs that can fight with summoning fairies. This is very, very similar. In premise-wise, extremely similar. But instead of fairies, they have like beast powers. So, it is like another animal, yeah. Another animal power. But yeah, this is, if you're watching Faragon, and you see this here in the trailer and so on, it's like the same anime. It looks very, very similar. And the problem with like Faragon I think is okay. There's a lot of issues though. And one of the problems with Faragon is that it's always like, oh, let's go over there and fight those people and those traitors and that country and those king and that duke and that guy. And like everything has like these fake names. It's like instead of calling it Maria, it's like Maria, yeah, and Veronica, like Veronica and so on. And they have like 10 different countries, and they have fake country names for everything, right? And so on. And it's like, man, this is just really, really hard to know where we are right now. It's like, I wish one thing I think this anime should do better, generally, political animes, is have a freaking map, probably. Right? Should probably have a freaking map sometimes. It's like, okay, now we're gonna go and fight these guys over here. But where are those guys? Where are we? I think this anime definitely help having like, okay, we are in this place right now. They're over there. And it's like 10 miles in between. It's like these kinds are in between and so on. I think that would help a lot. For example, I love tactical role-playing games. Like FFT, Right to Sky and so on. And I grew up playing Texas Ogre, of course. And similar games to that. And I love them, and they're very political. They're extremely political, very heavily, a lot of text, a lot of betrayal, a lot of, alliance and so on, so pick so on. But those games have a massive advantage, I feel, in the map. So I think the map is a big thing, because it's a lot of storytelling, right? And then you go to the next city, and you have to move on the map, like in FFT, and so you have to move between the map part. So you always see the map between each story part, between each cutscene. It's like, here's the big world map. No, you have to move over here. You have to move like this, and then you go, oh yeah, this country is here, and then you can see, oh, there's a war over there, and so on. So you get kind of like that overall picture between each cutscene. It's like, oh yeah, that's what's happening over there. We are over here. That's attracted over there. So it's almost like, I think that helps so immensely. The same thing in like Grand Crest last year, which I reacted to. Yeah, Grand Crest was also like that. It was like basically Europe, but they were kept having different like fake European names for everything, and they had like, oh, there's a war over here now, there's Alice over there, and like I'm like we are we, like we, who is who? Yeah, very confusing. But this anime is very similar to that, so I think it's gonna have the exact same issues like Faragon, in my opinion. It might still be much better, like better action scenes, better writing, and so on. But I think when it comes to the political animes, I think they have the exact same issues, where we will be in episode like 8 or 9 or so, you'll be very confused to say, okay, we are fighting those people, and but where are they? Where are we? Is it a big deal that those people are fighting? It's close to us. It's like, could they betray us? Is because normally in a political war world, you know that, okay, I am allied to this country, but if they betray me, they have to just move through like 50 miles to attack me in the back and so on. If they play a risk game and so on, right? But yeah, I watched the Grand Crest. Episode 9, of course, is the biggest episode. Episode 9 is the big... If you haven't seen Grand Crest, you should watch episode 9 at least. Episode 9 has one of the most F-word scenes I've ever seen in anime. Episode 9 is very, very confusing. What it's got confusing is like... It's a power vision of something that you didn't expect to see in anime. It's very weird. It is... People are complaining about like Goblin Slayer. I think Grand Crest episode 9 was worse. Yeah, it was worse because it's like feels even weirder. This is a very weird scene, but otherwise the anime. They also have the scene when they have to go all naked. But here we go. Sorry, Copcraft. So Copcraft, it is. It reminds me of like Dimension W. If you ever seen the anime, it reminds me of Hakata Tokatsu Ramens. So I pronounce it, yeah, Tokatsu Ramens. So it's one of those gangsta, I guess. Yeah, it's one of these, animes where they fight into kind of, gangsta environment, right? You're selling stuff underground, black market. We are following, of course, a cop that's like fighting with his like fairy partner kind of thing. Trying to stop, black market crime and so on, right? So it's very much like that. It is very much like that. It is, it is very much like that. How would I explain those animes in general? I mean, this world has like, fairies and magical stuff is suddenly existing in this world, and they merge, and then they have like a city where people are living with like fairies and so on, right? And this cop is like, I'm gonna try to make this stuff be better. Yeah, he's trying to work with that. Teams up with like a cute fairy thing, right, so to speak, or a magical animal or whatever, and they try to stop that stuff. So it's very similar for me to Dimension W primarily, yeah. But and here comes this anime. I probably have to watch this anime, and it's very FBI. It is very FBI. It is very demonization anime. This anime is crazy. Like the premise, I don't want to say. It's like that damn it, this anime is crazy. No, so that anime, it is it's about. So I'm trying to like move around the words now here. This anime is about girls at a high school, and they talk about what do you want to do with your life, like in Twist Sister's song. What do you want to do with your life? And she is like, oh, I wanna do that. Yeah, and the girl's like, I wanna smash. I wanna smash. That's the comment, yeah. So one girl is like, what do you wanna do, right? And she's like, I wanna smash a lot. I wanna get around and I wanna smash a lot of cute boys, basically, or maybe some girls. That is seriously like basically the premise. So she is like, okay, I wanna go out there and I wanna have some fun, right? I wanna smash a lot, yeah. And and then the anime And I even went and read the first chapter. Like, is this really? Are you joking? I was like reading the chapter. Oh, it's happening. And then this anime. It is about these girls, these like high school girls, like exploring and learning how it works and how you do the stuff, the positionings, and both on like an emotional and like a physical level. And so on. And they have different like personalities, and some of them are clumsy, some of them are more better at getting maybe a boyfriend and so on. So yeah, I don't know. This anime is like you can barely say anything. This anime's premise, and it's about high school girls, and yeah, it's probably gonna be. I have to watch the anime. You have to watch the anime. So it's again, it's called Araburu Kisetsu no Otome Domoyo. Yeah, about girls that wanna have Yamada, yeah, Bikugaita and like Aoshan and so on. They wanna have that kind of anime. Let's leave it at that. Don't call the FBI. No, that anime sounds crazy, like really crazy. I don't know how it's gonna be good actually, but I definitely recommend watching it because it sounds very anime. I mean, there's one thing that the Japanese can do that they do in Japan. They write crazy stuff. They have no such. They just write this crazy stuff, right? And that anime sounds like one of those crazy animes where you're like, what am I watching? That's gonna be one of those animes that you. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the list. Probably gonna react to it personally. Maybe I won't because I'm afraid. Yeah, it sounds crazy. And then we have this anime called Beam, or BEM. It's probably an acronym because the three characters constantly gonna be. There's no original anime, so not much to go on here. Not much to go on, like there's no source. It's about three monster people. They want to become a monster, or sorry, they want to become a human. This monster want to stop being monsters. Want to become a human to protect someone. It's very aesthetically weird. It's very different than other animes. So we will see. It is an anime I think you should give a chance to, but it's not much to go on. I mean, again, it's a original anime. A original anime usually means that it's usually better, I think, at least because of pacing and so on, because they don't have to, try to, adapt these many chapters or like fill out time. They basically like, this is a story, let's tell a story, yeah. So they usually are better paced at least, original animes, but also doing right here now then, there's nothing really to go on, except, it looks very, very different, aesthetic-wise. It looks different. Anyway, next anime, we're coming on to the bottom here now. Okay, so this is a 4-panel, right, or Yusuke no Mutsuki. This is like Surrender Children, kind of. I think it's called I think it's an acronym. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's called BEM. Probably, because they have the names of that. I think it's supposed to be an acronym, but it just says BEAM there. Or BEM, I guess. BEM. But yeah, this is another comedy anime. This to me sounds like a pretty low tier anime, honestly. I don't say it's bad, but it feels like, it's, cute girls joking with each other. It's like not as extreme as like Shiyushan, not as crazy relationship as like Surrender Children, not as misunderstanding as Gamers, but somewhere in the midst of that, right? Somewhere in the midst of that is a school anime, cute girls joking with each other, Asobo Asubasi, but less crazy, probably. I think that's probably a good way. Yeah, that's probably a good way to say it. If you ever seen Asobo Asubase, which is I think one of the best anime last year, an amazing anime. This anime, to me at least, I haven't read the first beginning, so I don't want to get spoiled too much. It seems very similar to Asobo Asubase in a way, but like less insane, right? The anime is really insane, and unfortunately, I would say that was the best part of the anime because it's very pretty unpredictable. This anime here is that it's more like down to earth, right? So maybe the jokes are a little weaker, something like that. Yeah, it's kind of like daily life of high school boys with girls. Yeah, daily life of high school girls. That is Nishio though. That's it, Nishio. Nishio is probably better than this anime. Yeah, Nishio is a really good comedy anime, right? I love Nishio. Yeah, everyday life. Nishio is very, very good. This feels again more like a down to earth stuff like that. But I don't think because I think you should give Asubasa a chance. It's a fantastic anime. It's like my top 6 anime last year, top 5. It is very weird though. It's very weird, but it gets better. But it's very very crazy though. It's very very crazy, and also stuff that all are serious though. But yeah, Gran Belm, yet another. So this is also original anime. It's hard to say if it's gonna be good or not. But Gran Belm Dam, yet another anime. It's similar to whatever. Basically, it's kind of storyline where it's current year, but magic is thrown into current year, right? Then suddenly these little girls has to fight with like mecha magic or something, whatever, and fight stuff in kinda half-ass future kind of thing, right? It's that kind of thing. It's a original anime. I haven't really seen too much of it, right? But it's basically like a war with magical in our time, and for some reason only like young girls can really fight with magic because that makes sense. It's kind of like that. So it might be a good anime. I think it's probably in the lower tiers, bottom. But yeah, given this is a Shonen Ai anime, so pretty boys. This is not yaoi, but Shonen Ai is like, I guess it's like yaoi, but it's no actual. Yeah, I guess that's kind of how you say it, right? So basically, a lot of hunky males, of course, performing music. Might be pretty good. Seems to be pretty decent. I think it's probably in the bottom there, but yeah, it might be okay. A lot of pretty boys at least. And then there's another like Oda Nobunaga thing. I mean, it's like every season, they have to how to say it. Almost every season is an anime with Oda Nobunaga, right? So now we have the harem Nobunaga anime, but it's very common to have like a historical anime where someone is isekai or is like Oda in our time or something. And this is like Oda. This is yet another like, let's go here and have like Oda Nobunaga fighting in history, the regular anime, whatever. This is so tropey. There's so many animes about Oda Nobunaga. He's the most famous warlord in Japan, right? Him and Tokugawa, and he's the guy that did all the stuff. Yeah. So yet another anime of that. It's historical, but not really historical anime. Yeah, might be good. Original as well though. Oh, here we go. This is like a slice of life, magical girl, comedy anime, Masuko. It seems pretty good to me. I kind of like the 4 Koma mangas. It's going to 4 panel. Means that pretty quick-witted, right? We kind of, how to say it, very explosive. Yeah, kind of bam, bam, bam. Jokes are pretty fast because they're adapting, 4 panel comedy. So they're very much like, punchline, bam, punchline, bam, 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 bam. It's kind of like that, right? So usually these animes are pretty good, in my opinion. But I don't know, it's very popular. Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good. It's only medium, I would say, popularity. Yeah, then we have another Diamond Ace. Yeah, already going right now. Yet another pretty boy anime. Doesn't really say it here, but it's pretty much pretty boy anime. So this is rugby. They're playing rugby. Yeah. Rugby, pretty boy rugby anime. I like sport anime, but it has been a while since I seen a new sport anime with I don't know this. I'm ready for chapter. It didn't really feel like an amazing sport anime to me. I feel again that is more more in that. I might be wrong though, but it seems to be like that. And yeah, with Nobunaga it's like a million animes. There's a million animes. And then we have 5th season of Super Guys. So if you're into that anime. Then we have Assembly Stars, so this is probably going to be quite popular. Assembly Stars, it is yet another mobile card game. This is now getting its anime right. This is quite popular. Each season is almost at least one of these anime games where they are just animating kind of like the game you can play, and just mainly done right to, of course, promote the product. So you will go and buy, so you will go and buy that, basically, right? That's kind of how it is, right? And Yeah, I don't know. Usually these kind of animes, sometimes are good. Like Invincible was really good last year. Invincible was great. That was really good. But other times they're kind of like, man, nothing makes any sense here. And it's like a lot of product placement because we have 50 characters that you can buy in the game. So they all have to have screen time. Yeah. So it depends how they do it. But it's probably in the lower tier of anime next season. Third season of Starmue. So oh yeah, now we're down to like Kodomo stuff here almost. Yeah, school anime. Yeah, York. I think we're on the end now, right? Yeah. First season. Yeah. So now we're at the end. Hope you like this little quick checking of the summer stuff. Yeah, because now we are the children stuff, Kodomo stuff. Yeah. Now we are at the kid stuff. Let's quickly go over. Let's quickly go and do nothing. Oh, black. It is so dark. No, but let's quickly go over the movies. It's very, very quickly. Bam. Okay. So movies, obviously, gonna watch. Konosuba, getting a movie. Konosuba, getting a movie. Yeah, obviously, best movie this year. You're crazy something, yeah. Now also Konosuba's getting a movie. It focuses on like Megumin and Juno instead of Aqua or Darkness, which is crazy to me. Obviously, Aqua is best good, then it's Darkness, then it's Kazuma, and then it's like Juno. Then it's like no. It's probably gonna be a very explosive movie though. It's probably gonna be an explosive movie. It's coming in 80 days from now. So unfortunately, 80 days of theater release. That probably means half a year after that. I don't know. You can find it. Maybe it's who knows when it's finally gonna be able to watch it outside Japan and so on. We will see about that. But it definitely, unfortunately, is a way in the future there. But yes, Konosuba getting a movie, best movie this year. Dan Mancha is getting a movie that's coming, which I actually don't know really what it. This actually a little confusing. So they're doing the anime season 2, and then this is another story, I believe, of like another side story. So based on something else, right? And it's gonna air, episode like 4 or 3 is gonna be out of season 2, and yeah, this is another character. So I guess this movie is probably in Japan actually gonna be a little, building up the anime, right? Like the anime is gonna have start airing when this is airing, and then it's like, so I guess they're in tandem in somehow. So it's probably gonna be a little. It might actually result in season 2 for us. They can't see the movie being a little confused, right? Because like, well, I can see the movie, but you know what I mean? Yeah. If you can't see Japan, yeah, maybe. We'll see about that. But it's probably a good movie though. And this not only 4 days left. 4 days left to my most waited movie after Konosuba, definitely, which is called Bunny Senpai. Bunny Senpai getting a freaking movie, right? It's probably we know about that. Bunny Senpai's movie is coming out just in 4 days from now. That's probably gonna be an amazing movie. And Bunny Senpai, one of the best anime last year. Fantastic anime, really, really wholesome anime. Yeah, super good writing. Sad and comedy. The banter is amazing. I really love Bunny Senpai. Bunny Senpai is an amazing anime. And this movie then, as it says here, is canon, and it's just like continuing the story. Yeah, this movie is just basically just following after the anime ended. Right, it's the volumes after the anime. So this is just like season I guess 2 in a way, half. Yeah, this is like the movie is about, I guess you could say, like 4 or 5 episodes, right, of the anime basically. Yeah. So basically the next story, right? If you see in the anime, they go through different characters, right? Like 2-3 episodes per character. So the movie's gonna be, like the next, and you go with the memory and so on. So yeah, I can't wait to see this. I really want to know, right, about. I want to spoil. You should if you seen it, you should definitely watch Bunny Senpai. But it is a girl then that's been introduced in the current anime, and her story is not really resolved, right? And this movie is gonna resolve her. Her story. I think so at least, yeah. So definitely, I'm honestly gonna say, I probably do the for most to Konosuba because it's Konosuba, but this Bunny Senpai might be my favorite top tier movie this year. That I really want to watch what's gonna happen to the continuation of the story. So Like I'm more invested, I feel, in the Band Senpai storylines. Konosuba is the best comedy ever in my opinion, obviously, but like Band Senpai I feel I'm more invested. Yeah, so it's like, man, both these movies coming this summer for me are like top tier, absolute top tier. And then it's like Fate Stay Night, oh yeah, yeah. Forgot about this too. Also a top tier anime. This is so many good movies this summer, guys. So many good movies. Tanya, of course. I love Tanya. Great anime. Tanya is getting also Yoyo Senki. She is getting her second season as well as Band Senpai in this movie, right? So this is basically just straight up following where the anime ends, right? Yeah. This is just like next storyline. The American girl that hates her is gonna come in, right, and try to get revenge, like her enemy. She's called like Marisu, I think, based on the trope. I think isn't her name. I think her name is Marisu, like the trope. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. I haven't read it, no, but I think her name is Marisu, like that tropey thing. But whatever. So yeah, her and Tan is gonna fight so right. It's straight up season 2 basically, right? This anime. So also yet another very looking forward to movie for me. Yeah, a lot of good summer movies here. Continuation of course, and so like Tanya season 1.5 or beginning of 2 and so on. Yeah. And then we have maybe, right? It's very, very Your Name poster. Yeah, this is probably a great movie. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, Tenki no Ko. I don't know so much about it, but you can see you kind of can see it there how it looks very similar to a very famous movie, right? Oh yeah, and then of course One Piece Stampede is coming next day. It actually looks pretty cool. Obviously, I love this art here. I always love the art here, right? Can you see my mouse and thing? No, you can't. Okay, whatever. I love that art, right? You see, you look at that Nami and Sanji scene there. I love that this thing. It looks so stupid. Let's zoom in. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Look at that art. Where it's like Nami is standing there and she's like giving you the thing, and Sanji is like, oof, yeah. I always love that. I love how stupid this art is. Could anyone see this? When they were doing the art promotion of Stampede, did no one spot that Nami and Sanji thing where it looks like they are smashing? I'm the only one. Everyone on Reddit was like, oh my god, look at this scene. It looks crazy. But yeah, it's I cannot stop seeing it. I saw it right immediately. God damn it, this poster. It is crazy. But yeah, One Piece getting next movie. I believe that the bad guy is supposed to be one of the Goldie Rogers crewmates, and it's probably like half canon, or that's the storyline. Looks pretty cool. Gonna be like Rob Lucy, so on. It's gonna be some old cats coming back. Buggy to be in it. It looks really good. There's a new art style and so on. So it's probably gonna be a very entertaining movie for 1%. Which I, of course, I am. So of course I'm gonna watch this movie. It looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Let me see. I actually have no idea actually. Phantom Trigger. I was based on the old whatever city now. Oh, this looks good though. It's kind of hard when you come down to the movies now. I'm like, it looks very summery, okay? Kimi to Nami, yeah. It looks very summery. College student, whatever. Honestly, I don't know the movies too much coming now here in the end there. This original movie, it's a game movie though, so whatever. Movies based on games are Ni no Kuni. Yeah, that's probably a good movie then. Yeah, but like these things are, original movies. Honestly, I'm just say like whatever. I'm not too sure on these movies now in the end here. And when it comes to OVA, I know that the only OVA that I'm really interested in this course in Slime is getting an OVA coming soon. That's the only interesting thing I think with the OVAs. It's like a Slime OVA beach episode. F-Zero, that's already seen for that matter, so yeah, check it out if you want some live from that thing. But this though, yeah, that can be the end of this video here. So Slime beach episode summer OVA. I mean, just straight up look at that art. It's like, okay, we're gonna have an OVA of Slime. It's gonna be etchy like crazy. Like the image for the ad is like, yeah, it's the girls in swimming suits. We're going to the beach, guys. It's gonna be the beach episode OVA. It might even be uncensored because OVAs, they can uncensor it. So it wouldn't surprise me if actually we're gonna see that happening, because there's been a lot of scenes in Slime where it's like, oh, here's the water like magically floating in front of her massive op-highs for some reason, and doesn't make any sense. It's already very, very on the borderline of showing. So this episode actually is probably gonna show stuff because it's OVA, so they can don't have to censor it. So it's probably gonna be like that. It's probably gonna be just the ultimate bitch episode. I cannot see it being anything else than just like beach episode. Mainly super competition beach episode. Yeah, it's just gonna be like a weird comedy episode. Probably really great. Anyway, hope you like my top tier animes here coming the next season. I think that there are some good animes, sort of isekai animes. There are a lot of ecchi animes. So, and I think more mad ecchi animes look pretty good actually. Dr. Stone is probably the most popular anime coming, right? I think it's gonna be the best anime to follow. That Manchester 2 is probably anime for there 4 years. But yeah, there's some good animes coming there. And again, though, I am genuinely looking forward to Dumbbell, right? Seeing girls exercise and having the best voice actor for the the best girl being a Gairu. Like, this is obviously I'm right, so. But anyway, hope you guys like this thing edition here. Now I'm gonna go over and watch Dororo on. I'm gonna watch Dororo. Should be out now, right? Then Robohachi after that. So hope to see you guys the Dororo reaction. I assume it's gonna be like a ghost horse fighting thing. It has to be, right. Very certainly that the horse is gonna help you. But whatever. See you guys in that. Hopefully, always have a great day. And of course, tomorrow we're doing Isekai Quartet, best comedy is it right? Black Clover, One Punch Man should be back tomorrow. It was delayed last week, should be back tomorrow. And of course, Wednesday, Tuesday, so on. Yeah, it's all the good stuff, right? And I hope to see you guys. Subscribe so I hope to see you guys right in the summer beach episode. And have a good night. See you.